Shut up and sit down.
So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to do the 1,000 mile service. We'll start out with the oil change, of course, and then I'll go through the things to make sure everything's tight and checked. You know, all the brakes, of course, clutch adjustment, which I'll need. All the different things. I'll go through the checklist. I'll try to remember to tell you what size wrench, bolts, torque screws, whatever I'm using. I'm also going to be using 2 cameras on this. One for close-ups and this wide angle view. So it's going to be a 2 camera system this time. We're going to see how it works. Right now the engine's hot, so I got to get the oil going. Alright, for the oil pan I'm going to use a 3/8 drive 5/8 socket, and I use a flex head ratchet. I like my flex heads. Right, oil is going to be hot, as I would expect it to be. I just wrote it to get a new oil filter since I forgot to buy the oil filter at the Harley shop, which is okay. I got a Canon oil filter. Make sure I get this in a position that I don't spill it all over the shelf here. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna put the saver for the handy rack on there. You know, I don't know. Okay, the easiest way to, or at least on my bike, is to find the transmission plug. You see this right here. This is on the right side of the bike. If you look, you can feel right up under here, there's the transmission plug. I'll try to get in close. See it right there? That is the transmission plug. Right there. Where my finger is, that's the tranny plug. So we're going to try and unscrew that. Again, it's a 5/8 socket. feels like I got it fairly loose here. I'm looking at taking this tranny dipstick off. Want to make sure it's clean here, and it is. Appears to be a 3/8 Allen head, and as you can see, that's what I'm using with the quarter drive ratchet. Should be able to spin this out by hand, I hope. Yep. Whether I get it out of here is another story. Yep, we got it out. All right, so we'll clean this off. Right from the factory, I'm assuming, this oil filter was way, way, way too tight. I finally did get it with a strap wrench. It's loose now, so I'm going to try and get this oil out of here, oil filter out of here, and we'll go from there. So I'm not gonna, well, maybe I can. Let's see if we can get this in here now. Okay, this is a Harley oil filter tool for, I'm not quite sure how it goes. It looks pretty good like that. And we'll finish screwing it off here. Hopefully, with my hand. No, it looks like I'm gonna have to turn that sucker some more. I gotta put this down, guys. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Film at the same time. Alright, now it's looser. Should be able to get it down. We'll see. Alright. Alright. Oh, we did drip a little oil there. I think it'll be that big of a problem. So what I'll probably do next time is stuff some paper towels up under here next time. Lesson learned. and it does a pretty good job, so I can't complain. Would I use it again? Absolutely. So I'm just taking a look. The seal looks fairly, the metal where the seal goes looks pretty clean. I don't see no particles or anything real bad, so that's a plus. We'll get the new oil filter and get it screwed on here. Now, the best oil filter they had in stock, where I went and got it, was the Canon. It's a Canon-171B. It's supposedly the right one for this bike, and therefore we will put it on. Kind of like that Canon put a plastic cover over it, over the end of their filter. I'm going to put a little oil here on the seal, just like you're supposed to. Actually, this looks like it's pre-oiled. It is pre-oiled. That can't be a bad thing. We'll just put on some more, a little more. All right, this is how I like to do it. Okay, what I do is I screw it and it just hit right there. See, you can, it's a little harder to see. Watch these letters right here, and then it stopped. Okay, now if I go a half a turn, the letters are going to end up here. If I go a quarter of a turn, they should end up here. And I do not like to over tighten them. These things will get tight. That is tight enough. And just for aesthetics reason only, I put the whatever that lettering is for at the bottom. Now, as it is now, I'd be able to loosen it. See, real easy. Now, when it comes to changing it, it'll probably be a little tougher, but this one's got something I can stick a socket over to get it loose. So that should be good. And it looks nice. It's black. They have chrome. I'm not a chrome fan for the most part. It's easier to, for me, I think it's easier to wipe off black than it is to wipe off chrome. See, like the spots here, you're always going to get spots. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's that. The oil filter's on. Now, I don't pre-fill the oil filter. Should you? Yeah. But there again, you're going to lose oil when you do it, which is the reason why I don't. You're only talking a few seconds of not having oil in the filter. Now we'll come down here and start the draining of this one. Now I did that with the ratchet straps, so I think it was $5.89 at O'Reilly. Not too expensive. Now we're gonna this a little bit. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing here. We'll try to adjust it a little bit. Okay, as I said before, I got to get this one off. This is the primary. I've already done the tranny. Again, we got a lot of thread text on this. Whatever the hell they put on there. It's almost like they're saying, hey, we don't want the plugs to be leaking, so we put an O-ring on the end, but we're going to put some thread text on here just to be sure. So now I'm wondering, do I need to do that? And the answer probably is, yep, I will. Okay, I'm loose. I can come off of there. Let the oil drain. And boy, do we got the metal shavings on this. Way more metal shavings. So we'll go over to the other side so I can show you guys. There's a lot of metal shavings on that. Let me get a paper towel. A couple actually. Oops. Dropped the camera on us. Alright, so you can see quite a bit of shavings around there. So what I'm going to try to do is get this so the camera will hold up there. And I'm going to drag this across the paper towel. Still a lot of shavings on there. Real fine. Real fine, so that's okay. They're very fine. Very, very fine. Alright, so I'm back. I did the research. I can't see anybody say anything about using thread text on these drain plugs, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to add the new filter, or the new O-rings. Now this is a kit they gave me at the Harley shop. Gasket service kit. There's the part number there. 17369-06, and it comes with O-ring for the primary and the 3 O-rings for your plugs, drain plugs, which is what I'm going to take out now. The O-rings, they just slide over the drain plugs. They're not hard to do. Just roll them over and into place. Should be fine. Okay. Nope. Dropped the camera. Not good. Looks like just about all the oil's drained out. It's going to drain out. Still dripping, but I don't think we have to worry about a little drip anymore. I try to turn it in as far as I can by hand before I get out the torque wrench. Okay. Tranny plug, just remember, I know you can see it. I said it's off of this clamp here. It's right directly under there. Make sure it's clean under there, which mine is. Use both hands. If it doesn't go, don't force it. You don't want to cross thread these. You definitely don't want to cross thread these. If you can't turn it by hand, then take it off and reevaluate. Make sure you're getting it in there. I gotta find my other wrench here. Biggest thing is you just don't want to cross thread them. Cross threading creates all kinds of different problems that you don't want to have to mess with. Slide this a little bit that way so I can get my hand up in here. Oops, there went a wrench. And if you can't hand tighten it, back it back out, try again. I'm cross-threading it, but you never know. Don't know. It shouldn't be that hard. There we go. Yeah, that's in there. It's got to be this thread stuff that they put on there that's making it so tight. See if I can see up in there. That looks pretty good. So what I'm gonna do, I've decided, since it's 14 to 21 foot-pounds, I don't have a foot-pound torque wrench that goes that low. I do have a, so I have an inch-pound torque wrench, and I divided it out. The high end would be 252 inch-pounds, which would be the 21 foot-pounds. Yep. And the 14 foot-pounds times 12 equals 168 inch-pounds. So I'm just going to go with 210 inch-pounds. Since that's all I have is an inch-pound torque wrench. Makes things easier that way. Okay, that's 200 inch-pounds, nice and tight. I'm gonna get the oil filter, oil drain plug, 200. And I got the oil pan, the oil drain pan in my way here. Just getting snug, want to make sure I'm square. $210 inch-pounds. All right, so the last one I got to do is the primary drive cover. Or no, the primary drive drain plug. Should be on the other side. So we clean that off nice and clean. Make sure you guys can see this. Primary drain plug here, just screwed in there. Again, you don't want to strip these, so make sure you're nice and square. So you should be able to hand tighten them like that. Transmission for some reason was a little tighter. There could still be some thread ticks up there making it harder. I don't know, but it wasn't cross-threaded. So now that we got that pretty close, we'll take the torque wrench. Okay, she's biting pretty good. 3 times, we're good. So that's the drain plug holes. Now, I'm gonna try to clean up this oil pan stuff, get it out of the way, and then we'll proceed to take the primary cover off. We'll start proceeding to fill her back up with oil. Well, I suppose I should take the side cover gasket, or side cover off. I believe it's a T27, which will be right there. Let's check it. No, it's not a T27. On mine, it's a Allen head. Well, ain't that interesting? I guess it is. It's 3/16. No. What the hell? On here. Sixteenths. 3/16. What the hell is it now? 4? 4 mil. Using my wrench. There it is. The side cover, at least on mine, I thought it was Torx, but this one appears to be a 4mm Allen head. Now it may convert over to a, and I'm sure it probably does, to a standard size, but since 4mm fits perfectly, that's what I'll use. I just say get you one of them magnetic trays, even if they're not magnetic. You'll be glad you did later. So, oh, wait. Right there. Make sure it's showing. Yep, right there is a transmission fill hole. Of course, the engine oil. And the primary you do through the side cover. All right, I'm looking at taking this tranny dipstick off. Want to make sure it's clean here, and it is. Appears to be a 3/8 Allen head. And as you can see, that's what I'm using with the quarter drive ratchet. Should be able to spin this out by hand, I hope. Yep. Whether I get it out of here is another story. Yep, we got it out. All right, so we'll clean this off. All right, so I don't have the proper oil filter or oil funnel for this, so I'm going to try to use this. You're supposed to use a right angle oil filler, and I ordered one today. When I got this, it was at O'Reilly for $2.99, so this will work for tonight. See where I can set you. You're only supposed to put 28 ounces in it, and that's about what I got. I'm a little under 28 by about a ½ ounce here. So I got to get all this oil to drain into the tranny deal, and we'll check it. There we go. I'll have to come back and torque that. I can't remember what the torque was, so because I can't remember, we'll have to come back to it. So on to the next thing, primary fill here. I believe they said these are T27s, but then again, that's what I said about the last one, and it wasn't. So let's see if T27 works on this side. This is an aftermarket, or not really an aftermarket, it's the Harley primary cover. And they are Torx. and they are T27. So T27 Torx on this. You really want to be careful with these if they're anything like some of these other grade 8 bolts. They're very, very delicate. Now when you tighten these down, we'll do these in a star pattern. Taking them off, I don't think it makes any difference. What I am going to do though, put a couple of paper towels down here in case any oil decides to drip out. I don't need more oil on the floor. Alright. These look like they got Loctite on them, so I'll probably end up having to put Loctite back on there. Right. Okay, just like I figured, Harley shop gave me the wrong gasket, so I'll have to try and reuse this one. Yeah. That's what I told him. I had the Screaming Eagle, or not the Screaming Eagle, but the Harley skull deal on there, and it's a flat gasket, not a washer or a rubber deal like they gave me to put on there. People make mistakes, I guess. I bought this fancy doohickey here from Harley for filling up the primary. As you can see, it's this orange deal. It's a part you can order from Harley. Fact is, here's the part number if you want it. That's what I bought. Looks like the part number is going to be 63797-10. 63797-10. It says special order. Alright, I'm going to run over to the other side and get the primary fluid and a flashlight. Here's the flashing light. I just want to check in here, make sure I don't see anything that looks out of place or funky. Everything looks pretty good. I don't see any problems. So, yes, we start dumping the primary fluid. Everything says to the bottom of the clutch housing, so that's just what we'll do. Alright, so both cameras died on me, so I'm using my backup, which is the iPhone. Isn't that just dandy? From what I can tell, this is filled where it's supposed to be. Looks like it's at the very bottom edge of the clutch pack now. I see two lines drawn in there. I don't know if you can see them on there. I don't know what that's for, but I wonder if that isn't Harley's fill level. See if I can back this up by hand here. Nope, I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. Now, I do have some play in my clutch, so definitely want to see if I can figure this out. According to the instructions, this tube supposedly lifts up off of the hung here. Just like that. Alright, not too bad. Sort this out. Somehow. Oh, I think that's probably the clip I got to remove and didn't. Get this. Probably gonna have to very carefully let the strap back out again. So I can get this lever off of here. If I remember right, I want you to remove this snap clip here. And this tube lifts up like that. Alright. Now, I'm not 100% certain about this stuff. Deal here I read. I have to get a screwdriver here. This one in, just in case. About this locking tab and a screwdriver. So I'm guessing what they're talking about is, well, if you can see this or not. Can't see it because my finger's in the way. Right. So this is red, and I think you just push this in. Now here in a second. Pretty stiff here. Set this in such a way you can see it and me not have to hold it. Okay, there we go. All right, there's them two tabs. I don't know if you see me do them. There's two tabs on each side, or one tab on each side. One right here and one right here. All I did was I pushed them in with the screwdriver, and out the back it pops. Now it's still in place. So what I'm guessing is this is what's going to help set the clutch free play, and you're supposed to squeeze it 3 times. I don't know. Still too much free play in there. And it does come out of there. Oh, I just popped it back in like a dumbass. Pop it back out. Oh yeah, we got the free play taken up now. Alright, evidently it looks like pop that out of there, push it back out, flip your clutch lever 3 times like I did, let it snap back like that kind of, and I guess that did it. And then I fed that, pushed it back in, and now my clutch play's all gone. So we'll move on to the next thing here, which is, I believe, on the primary. Let's see, 16 and 32, 48 ounces. Yep. Sorry, I dropped you guys there. So what I've done here is I've checked my level. This is the second bottle, and 32 ounces plus 16 is 48. And 48 ounces is exactly what I put in there. And so we're gonna go ahead and button this up. Thanks to the Harley dealer, we're gonna put the old gasket back on there and hope like hell it stays sealed. Now they had some yellow Loctite on this. I only have blue Loctite, and I don't know if I should do that, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just go with the yellow that's here. Alright, we'll put the cover on. You don't need to watch this. They do have an order. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when you go to torque them down. I don't know if you've seen that. The order's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop at the top, start at the top, and then down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In that order. You'll torque them down to, let's see if I wrote that down. I didn't write the torque down. I'll have to get you that. Oh no, the inspection cover is 84 to 108 inch-pounds. The transmission fill dipstick is 25 to 75 inch-pounds. So we'll get back to you in a few here. We're gonna get her locked down, and then we're gonna open the garage and give her a start. All right, I got them all torqued down. I torqued mine to 100 inch-pounds. Supposed to be between 84 and 108, so 100 inch-pounds will be just fine. Inch-pounds, if I said foot-pounds, I did 100 inch-pounds. 100 inch-pounds on the torque on the derby cover.